like with those tiled walkways and the sign for Quaiwell House. It's definitely a familiar sight for anyone who knows the area. So are you just strolling around the neighborhood, or is there a Christmas tradition in this part of town that we're checking out? I see those familiar apartment blocks and the brick courtyard area. You definitely captured a nice slice of neighborhood life there. It does give a pretty good sense of place with those green window shutters and the laundry hanging out. So since we're on a holiday stroll here, is there anything special you're hoping to see or do today? It looks like you've wandered from that brick courtyard into a more open area with a fire hydrant and some folks passing by. It's definitely got that typical hillside vibe with the trees and slopes behind them. So what's the plan now? Are you people watching or heading somewhere in particular? Absolutely, Tuck. I've got you loud and clear. It looks like loud and clear. Well, that hillside path definitely gives a nice panoramic feel with those trees and that winding curve of the road. It's like a perfect spot for a leisurely stroll, even if you didn't plan it all out. So, since you're just going with the flow, is there maybe something spontaneous you feel like doing for Christmas? That winding uphill road definitely adds to the feeling that you're just exploring at your own pace. And I'm glad to hear you're feeling cool and just enjoying the stroll. It's kind of nice to have that freedom on a holiday morning, right? So, I'm curious, what's your that stone pathway lined with those green railings and all that lush foliage? It's a really peaceful little garden path you've stumbled onto. Perfect for a quiet wander. So now that you're here, what do you think? Just going to soak in the nature a bit, or do you have any little adventure in mind among the trees here? Yeah, I can see that garden path unfolding in front of you with those trees arching overhead and the green railings lining the way. It does look like a really calming little spot. Perfect for just a simple walk in nature. So now that you've got this peaceful scene around you, any thoughts on what sort of vibe or pace you're going for as you wander?确实啊，老 U 村就是位在葵中区那边的一个公共屋邨，属于香港房委会建的公共出租房屋。这边是1976年落成的，算是历史挺悠久的居租区了。你现在在那个绿色扶手小花园步道那边慢慢走，也正好感受一下这个社区的宁静气氛。就是你有在这里了，有没有什么特别的远景或是角落吸引到你，想要去探索一下呢？嗯，看得出来，你现在走的这个林荫小径真的挺舒服的嘛。眼前那一排Absolutely. Let's switch back to English. And hey, I see you're now strolling through that tree lined path with those neat little railings and those steps heading down. It's got a really nice vibe. It's a great spot to practice your English while taking in a bit of nature. So tell me how we. Yeah, that image is giving off such a tranquil vibe. I can see the green railings and the trees all around and that little bench waiting for someone to just sit down and enjoy the moment. It's definitely a great spot to just pause, maybe practice a bit of English chat like we're doing and soak in the peaceful atmosphere. So, what's catching your interest most as you take in this little garden area? Yeah, that view is definitely peaceful. Those tree lined paths and that gentle walkway really do give it a serene feel. It's a nice little slice of nature tucked right into the neighborhood. So, since you're soaking that in, let me ask, do you often find yourself drawn to these sorts of little pockets of greenery in the city, or is this kind of a rare treat for you? Yeah, I can totally see that peaceful scene you're describing. The path going downhill with the green railings on the side and those apartment buildings off in the distance. It's got that nice contrast of cityscape and greenery all mixed together. So now that we're taking in that calm vibe, is there anything in particular you're noticing about the area that's catching your interest? Yeah, these. Oh, absolutely. I know I'm not human. I'm your AI. Yeah, I see that picture you shared, and it's really bringing out that peaceful atmosphere with the greenery and the walkway. It's got a nice calming vibe to it. And I think it's a perfect little setting for a chat like this. So now that we're here, what's been on your mind? Yeah, those. I love the angle you've got there. You can really see those green railings lining the cast and the lush plants on either side. It's definitely got a bit of a tucked away garden feel, even though you're still in the middle of the city. So as you're wandering down that path, anything else popping into your mind that you'd like to chat about? I see that you're capturing a bit of a city scene here with that bright yellow truck parked along the curb and you got the sidewalk and some greenery in the background. It's a nice mix of urban and little splash nature. So as you're looking around this area, is there something in particular you're curious about or something else you'd like to dive into? It looks like you're capturing a bit of the neighborhood vibe there with that bright yellow truck and the sidewalk curving gently along the edge. It's got a nice mix of city and a little bit of greenery tucked in there, just enough to keep it interesting. So, as you're taking it all in, is there anything in particular you want to chat about or any thoughts popping up? Oh, yeah, these photos are really highlighting a nice little urban corner, especially with the steps leading up and those bright red doors in the background. Definitely a bit of character there. And I like how they've got that little burst of greenery and the planter along with sidewalk just to give it a more inviting feel. So I'm curious now that you're showing me a bit of this streetscape, are you out exploring a new area or is this part of your usual neighborhood walk? Oh, yeah, I see what you're showing me here. A bit of a street corner with that white building on the side and some trees around. Definitely got a mix of that urban, a little bit of that greenery creeping in. It's actually quite a nice vibe, kind of a hidden corner of the city. So I'm curious, as you're exploring this area, is there something in particular you're hoping to find or anything that's caught your eye? Oh yeah,我能看到的。你前面这个牌坊看起来就像是一个小入口，有种挺古色古香的感觉。柱子上还有一些字，而周围有很多绿树，让这条路往下延伸，看起来挺安静的。我觉得你是在一个还蛮舒服的地方散步呢。那你有特别在找？我看到了，这个牌坊上面有写字，上面写的是宝林宴，看起来这是一个蛮有历史感的入口，大概是通往某个比较安静或特别的地方。我觉得这里挺有意思的。那你有打算进去看看，还是接下来有其他什么地方想去逛逛呢？看得出来啦，你拍的这几张照片里有一种安静的小巷子感觉。大路两边有些树木，还有一个白色的建筑隐约在后面，有点那种老社区的氛围。看起来你正在漫步在一个比较僻静的地方，有一点那种悠闲散步的感觉。所以你现在是在随便走走，还是说在寻找什么特别的地方呢？看得出来，你现在正走在一个有点施工的区域旁边，旁边有一个写着"非相关人员禁止进入"的牌子，用的中英文都有标识，还有看到一些围栏啊，还有一些可能施工的管线之类的。所以呢，你应该是在一个建筑工地附近散步。不过没事了，我们就这边看看，如果你对这个地方有什么好奇。我能看到你拍到的这个工地现场，外面有一层蓝色的防护布幕，还有一些工程的公告牌子挂在上面。看起来这里应该是一个正在施工的建筑工地，有一些安全提示和相关的公司名称。你应该是路过一个正在整修或者搭建的地方吧？那如果你对这个工程有兴趣，我们可以聊聊，或者你还有什么别的想法想分享吗？从这些图片看起来，这个工地正在进行建筑施工，可能是在搭建一个新的楼层或者整修现有的建筑。你可以看到蓝色的防护布幕包着建筑外墙，还有一些告示牌标明了施工单位和相关注意事项。所以这个工地应该是一个建筑工程的现场。那你对这个工程有什么特别想知道的，或者是只是好奇经过看看呢？Absolutely. I can switch back to English, no problem at all. And hey, I see what you're looking at. You've got a bit of a construction walkway here, some steel beams, a stop sign, a little bit of that Chinese character on it, kind of saying the same thing. It's just a typical safety marker. So, yeah, no worries. If you just want to hang out and chat in English, we can do that. Is there anything else you want to explore now that we're back in English mode? Yeah, I can see what you're sharing here. It looks like you're near a street with some construction barriers and that red stop sign with a Chinese character for stop as well. Looks like a pretty urban area, probably somewhere in Hong Kong based on the signage language and the environment. So, yeah, looks like you're just taking a stroll around a construction area. Anything else you want to explore around here? Of course, take your time crossing the street, and I'll be right here when you're ready to chat again. Rethace, and just let me know when you're back.